My family, the Roldans, are descendants of beautiful Filipino men and women whose roots grow deeper than the ocean that brought them here. My grandfather, Rolando Dengalo Aries, added the last name Roldan when he came to America, wide-eyed and blinded by the infinite possibilities that some people born here have trouble seeing. But at 12 years old, my grandfather saw opportunity that didn't seem to grow on his native land, but here it bloomed like weeds. And although weeds have a negative connotation, I say the opportunities here in essence were like a weed, because even in unwanted places they grow. They surrounded him in Vallejo, California. Go figure. He married a young Mexican woman with a voice like an angel and a future addiction so strong it could bring a saint to sin, and they brought into this world two healthy, beautiful boys who, although were raised in a broken home with a mother who couldn't love her children more than the whiskey I used to smell in her morning coffee, and a father hardened by his love and his loss, they managed to instill the pillars of the Roldan family within their children, fighting their own addictions. My uncle, a fan of self-destruction like his mother, and my father, the victim of self-pity, both broken by their own strength because they were required to carry the weight of the Roldan's name on their shoulders like the god Atlas, as strong as steel but just as cold, which is why the Roldan name has fallen upon one descendant to love unlike anyone before her. This in no way makes me better than any of them, because I will be the first to admit that the flow of this soul runs through my veins like the Filipino blood that helps my heart beat. This poetry traces back to the island of Cebu in the Catmon village, where I will one day sprinkle my grandfather's ashes, fulfilling one of his last wishes. But his second wish was written in between the lines of his will that his first son had to read after he was murdered too many years before his time. It was not spoken but felt every time he showed up to a basketball game, no matter how far the distance, or the trips to Marine World with 15 kids in the backseat screaming about Happy Meals and shuka and only first world problems to cloud their days. I am left to decipher through his hidden messages and explain that his second wish was a reminder to his children and his children's children that the 12-year-old's journey across the Pacific was not a demonstration of burden and sacrifice, but the ultimate gesture of love.